What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I want to give a huge shout out to JGigs because this was something that he kind of did on his sort of like free to play Raid Shadow Legends video, where he just kind of hung out and kind of did some daily stuff in the game, sort of talked about what the game is at, where the game is at and stuff. And I figured that sounds like something pretty fun to do. So I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to be fun for you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below. And also don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you do like it, because it gives me a lot of feedback about whether the game or what the video, I'm sorry, is fun for you guys to watch. So I kind of decided to do this like after already starting to do my dailies here. So you'll kind of see sort of the tail end of how I do my dailies, what I pick up, what I do, you know, kind of every day. And I'll kind of explain why I'm doing things. I think that it'll be fun for a lot of people. It may not be fun for everybody. But overall, I think it'll be an interesting little, you know, situation, I guess, is the best way to put it, maybe. But yeah, so I basically start by, you know, going through and doing all of my refreshes, double checking all of my shops, making sure I've got everything, you know, on lock. And then typically what I do is I come over here and I check all of my guild boss stuff, which I did actually already do my guild boss stuff. Again, like I said, I started a little bit late, but that's okay because we are going to go ahead and run our guild boss in the background. Here we go. We need to do this, get that ultimate up, which is awesome. We need a couple more skill ups here for Valeria. But overall good. We'll double check all of our gear, make sure we are good to go. Okay. Perfect. All right, we should be good. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the game right now. I just actually finished watching Fastidious's video, kind of going over the you know, update that's coming out, which is really cool. I don't think I'm going to do a video on it specifically, but I figured I might as well kind of give it a look over, kind of chat about it a little bit in today's video, since it is kind of the more recent update. And some of the stuff looks really interesting. One of the things I'm really excited about is actually the guild boss playground, right? So being able to do this without sacrificing a key to really be able to test stuff and actually get full damage instead of having to cut it off 5 to 10 seconds early, which I know is really not that big of a deal, right? 5 to 10 seconds is a pretty minor damage window, right? But it is definitely something that I think is interesting and should be watched out for. Are we going to get this? What is happening here? Ooh, that was so close. This auto run does that to me all the time. I either completely destroy that shield or I get it just barely in time. But yeah, guys, so basically it's just kind of a way to sort of test champions in a safe environment where you don't have to waste energy, you don't have to waste, you know, any type of resource, which I think is really cool, especially as a content creator, because now I can come in here, and obviously it won't work for every champion, but I can come in here and be like, oh, hey, there's this new single target DPS. Well, let's see how this single target DPS compares, you know, to our Zillatus of the world, to our Silases, to our Hexes, etc. And I think that's something that's pretty interesting, and I think I'm going to really enjoy sort of being able to test some champions in various game modes, or I guess in you know, in certain situations when it comes to the guild boss, which is kind of interesting. Overall, I think it'll be very interesting. So I'm not going to run all of my guild bosses here because that'll take forever, but yeah, well, we got 27k there. But yeah, so we'll definitely go through and we'll finish all that stuff a little bit later, but let's go ahead and check in to all of our other stuff here, pick up everything we can buy. Then I want to head over to my events and I check and see if anything new has popped up. So Tales of the Smith has popped up, which is good. We got our 800 energy for logging in. We also get our 600 lustrous sparkles. Let's go do our Odyssey rolls. See if we can get lucky. Ooh, let's go. We got 2 7s yesterday and then starting off with an 8 today. That's nice. That's nice. All right, here we go. Something good? A 7. Let's go. So something that is important. So if you don't know, when you hit this last portal, whatever you had previously does go through, right? Like you saw there, it does go through. But it does not go through if you're on the final one, right? So if you're at 95 of 96, it's not going to keep if you roll an 8. It's not going to give you 7 into the new map. So it's a little unfortunate, but it does work for most of the time, which I think is important. Oh yeah, we already finished all of that. I have nothing I can purchase here. I already bought everything that I wanted to buy. We do have some Tales of the Smith to do. We have some Brave Conquest to do, which we will get done here. We're doing pretty well on our Vladov shards. We've got 5 here, and 3 more here. So that puts us at 55. So we're actually really close. We did get rank 1, by the way, in our Arrival of Heroes. This felt pretty good. We picked up the extra 10 shards and 2 ancient summonings, which is awesome. For Vault in the Sands, I'm going to finish doing this just to get this, but I'm really trying to save all of my energy for the Gear Raid 3 event that's coming up, which is here. I do believe that we're getting the wait, what? Did this end already? I'm so confused. I thought that we were, that hasn't happened already, right? I'm not going crazy. I don't think I'm going crazy. Maybe I am, though. I don't know. But let's pick up some epic skill stones here. I thought that was supposed to happen later. Can I, not mail. Can I see where it is? Let's see. Yeah, Frenzy Plundering. Here we go. 125 to 128. So sorry, this is, I was right. Okay. Almost lost my mind there for a second. So yeah, I'm saving a ton of stuff for this right here. So you'll see here, I've been saving up. I used some of this, right, because I wanted to get some stuff done, but I am starting to save up as much of these as I can. And we have a ton of gems, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting some content creator rewards here, so I'll have even more gems. But yeah, we are definitely holding out, because you'll also see, which will come over here so you can actually see. I've been stocking up on my auto fights. I've got 510 auto fights, which is 11,000 energy. And of course, it'll actually be a little less than that, right? Because it's 20% reduction in energy, so it'll be a little less than that. But we definitely very easily have, the ability to get that, right? That's 2,600 there, and we're stockpiling all of the energy that we currently have right now. I'm basically just using whatever I have here to, do my dailies and, farm whatever I can farm, and then do whatever events are out, right? So I need to finish up the Brave Conquest, so we'll finish this, and I need to finish up the Gear Raid 2. But other than that, we're sitting in a pretty good spot overall. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I don't have too much else that I want to do other than just starting to run dungeons. Plus, we're coming up here on that 10-minute mark. So just a short little video. I know some people who do these types of videos, they kind of do like a 20 to 30-minute video. But really, like, I don't think you guys want to just watch me run gear raids over and over again. So we'll go ahead and do, a couple things in the background and sort of discuss some of the other stuff that has come to the game. We have a new Immortal Codex boss that's coming out, which I'm actually really, really excited for. From what I understand, it is a tank Immortal Codex. And there's some champions that are going to get a lot of value, and I have quite a few of those champions. I'm really, really excited to give it a try. From what I understand, the Northerner faction is really, really good. So if you have yourself a King Hars, or you have yourself, in a Soul Day, I guess technically, Elder could work, but I feel like Elder's actually not as viable there. Maybe Elder's better than Isolde is, but I think that kind of depends on what you have, because it's all about block, right? You want to have a ton of block. And so that's why people like Olag, for example, who has that base block and then the block on the ultimate. Avalyn, who has a base block of 4, is really, really good. Brokir, right? Just any of those, like, really able to survive, huge blocks is really, really good, because the ads, I guess, that spawn in there, they spawn and you can't deal damage to them, right? They only take like 1 damage or like really low damage that they can actually receive, but they kill themselves over time from what I understand. So you want to basically just block them so that they can't get through the portal, because if they get through the portal, then it increases the damage of the boss, and the boss will just completely wipe out your team if too many units get through. So it's all about just blocking. So picking up things like Oleg's walls for your tanks to get those extra blocks is going to be really good. And also just having a ton of block champions is going to be really good as well. But yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like it's going to be really fun. I'm excited to give it a try. I have sort of prepared myself because I did get lucky and I did pull a Brokir recently. And I also, kind of with a little bit of advice, I did build myself an Avalon over this last weekend because I know that this is coming, and also, you know, I needed something to level up for the training event, right? So it just kind of made sense. Let's build stuff for the future. I've got no other reason to build anything else. Let's just get this out of the way. I do also have an Azor with his exclusive artifact, so that may be something that I build coming up. I'm not sure yet. I'm a little on the fence about whether I will be doing it or not, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if he's going to make sense. I definitely think right now I have a good solid lineup because I'm thinking I'm going to be using Isolde for the Lord bonus with Oleg, Brokir, Avalon. That's 4 of the 6 slots. And then from what I understand, Baron is really good. Regulus could be pretty good because he just helps keep your allies alive, right? And so I might bring them in. There's also a good chance that, you know, some of the other tanks that are a little off meta, like a Titus or an Aurum, could be really good as well. We'll have to see. But I'm really excited either way to, you know, kind of get into this and have a real good use for defenders, because the game is really damage focused, right? You basically can do everything with 1 tank and 1 healer. Sometimes you need 2 of each, but ultimately it typically comes down to 1 of each. And you're able to kind of just blow through stuff, right? So since we're talking about this, we can quickly go over and look. So Brokir, right? Brokir is going to be really, really powerful here, I think. So definitely pick him up, build him up if you have him. Same with Regulus, right? Build him up if you have him. Baron, I think, is going to be really good. Same with Isolde, because Isolde, her ultimate here, increases block for every ally in range by 1, which is huge, right? So I don't know what the map looks like, but let's assume that we have the ability to have at a minimum, right, 2 allies in range. Like, even if it's a singular line, right, you're going to have 1 behind you, 1 in front of you. And so you're going to be able to, you know, get 2 additional block on those allies, which is going to be really powerful. I think it's really good. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm excited to get her in the zone. I think Mariel may also be potentially beneficial because she does have some healing, right? She restores 25% HP for all allies. And then when Mariel's on the field, she creates a holy light realm that heals 3 adjacent allies, restoring HP equal to 2% of their max HP. I think she may actually prove to be very good as well. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely could be possible, right? We'll have to see how much damage we actually end up taking. But so far, I think the build I'm going to be using, let's go to just defenders here. So, like I said, Isolde, Oleg, Brokir, Avalon, right? That's the core 4, right? And then I think what's going to end up happening is probably going to be Regulus and Baron. But that may change up. We may end up bringing in Azor because we do have his exclusive artifact, like I said, which increases his block by 1, right? Like that's the main reason why I think it may be potentially good, because I don't actually have a ton of Bastion rings, right? I have 2. That's it. So, you know, I think that it kind of makes sense to try and get as much block as possible. So by bringing in Azor, I'm able to guarantee myself an additional block while he's in his ultimate, which I think could be pretty good overall, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. We'll see what happens, but I am definitely excited for it. it could prove to be very interesting for sure. But guys, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Just kind of hanging out, doing some daily stuff. Let's see what happens. You know, maybe you like the video, maybe you don't. Make sure to hit that like button if you do. Make sure to leave a comment down below with what do you guys want to see me do in this sort of like chillin' with Panda video, because there's some interesting stuff we could do. You know, but yeah, it's just going to be a pretty chill video. I'm just over here drinking some energy drink, playing the game at reset, right? Pretty interesting, pretty fun, I think, personally. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit that sub button if you want to see more of my content in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.